Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Derek Austin's Level Up Travel. You know I love to talk about points, miles, rewards, credit cards in general. Love to talk about cash back. Love to talk about the programs like the hotel programs, the airline programs, the credit card programs like American Express, membership rewards points, like Chase Ultimate Rewards, like Capitalone miles, like Citi Thank You points, like US Bank Altitude Reserve points. And I also love to talk about travel. And today is a reboot, a refresh, a remix of the Capitalone Trifecta, a no-fee trifecta that gets awesome transferable points. I think I'm the person that really coined the phrase, the Capitalone Trifecta. I really haven't seen it before I said it, my original video. I haven't really seen it ever after that. So I will talk about that today, and I also talk about the Capitalone Bifecta. I actually have both of these. One common card is the one on top, the SavorOne, no annual fee cashback card, but when you pair it with a VentureX, or a VentureOne, it becomes Capitalone miles. So let's get right into it. So what is first the Capitalone Trifecta, the no annual fee version? These are for people that hate annual fees, refuse to pay them, they don't care if it's justified or not. They're gonna get this card. It also is very good for people that are maybe starting out. I've heard so many times reading like the points guy, and they're like, oh, this is a starter card, and they're talking about the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I'm like, that's not a starter card. That's maybe, you know, that's maybe a starter card if you already have established credit for a bunch of years. Yeah, then you'll probably have an easy time getting it. But most of the time, those people just starting out on their credit journey, and they're probably in their early 20s usually, they're gonna have a real hard time getting that card. These cards, like the SavorOne, the VentureOne, the QuickSilver, gonna be a lot more obtainable for these type of people. So, for a couple people there, a couple types of people that I think this card would be good for. So, of course, it is the VentureOne, the SavorOne, and the QuickSilver. All of them have sign-up bonuses. They also have non-sign-up bonuses cards for even worse credit. So if you really is just starting out, you might have an option of getting the card without a sign-up bonus. So you always go for the one with the sign-up bonus, and Capitalone will let you know, hey, you don't qualify for this, but you actually qualify for the one without the sign-up bonuses. So just keep that in mind. There are some secured versions of these cards too, like the QuickSilver. I think SavorOne might have a secured version, might be an easy entry, and still really just like the regular version of the card. But anyway, let's get into the card, and my screen has to be refreshed, but let's talk about the backbone of the Capitalone no fee trifecta is the VentureOne. The reason why it's the backbone, and it's the card that after going for the sign-up bonus, which is 20,000 miles after you only spend $500, right? Is the reason it's the backbone is it unlocks Capitalone miles. After you get that sign up bonus, you're really not going to use this card. You put it on the side, and it's just to convert the other two cashback cards into Capitalone miles. And those other cards earn at a higher rate, so it makes this card the only reason you can have it in your wallet at that moment is to convert to Capitalone miles, and then you can transfer them out and get extreme value. I actually just did 2 award tickets using a Capitalone transfer partner I used with the Avios, going from Europe back to the United States. I think I got, and it's flying on Iberia Airlines, and I got a lot of, about 10 cents per mile on it, right? And then I also use Life Miles to go to Europe on the way there, flying on Brussels Airlines, and got it at about 6 cents per mile. Really, really awesome rewards. Both ways, going to Europe and back, lay flat, business class seats. Huge value out of it, and these Capitalone miles are really worth a lot. So the VentureOne unlocks that, but it's also nice that you can get a sign-up bonus right on that card. The next card I would really get is the Capitalone SavorOne cash card. After you get the first one, and a lot of people a lot of times will already have a QuickSilver, or they already have a SavorOne because they're early in their credit journey. Then you just kind of add to it. But if you're starting from scratch, I would go first VentureOne and then to the SavorOne. Okay, SavorOne. It's a great card. It's a cash back card by nature, right? You get 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, popular streaming services, and grocery stores, okay? Not including Walmart and Target. I think most people know that by now. But they also get 5% back on the travel portal, booking hotels and rental cars. That's 5%. And the 3% and the 5% become X, 5X, because you can easily convert it because now you have the VentureOne card before that, and you just convert it over to Capitalone miles. And then you also get 8% cash back, or 8X on Capitalone entertainment purchases and tickets at Vivid Seats. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So really good card. The real main one is the dining out and the eating out, and the entertainment's pretty good too. You like go to a movie or something, you get 3X. So really a big part of the card, I think, in a cashback setting is a pretty good cashback card. But then when you can able to just convert it into Capitalone miles is awesome. It's a $200 sign up bonus after only spending $500. Really easy bonus to obtain. No annual fee. The last card too, the VentureOne and the SavorOne, both have no annual fees. Actually special on these trifectas, like the regular Chase trifecta. The Sapphire cards have no annual fees, but those other cards that go with it, the ones like the Freedom Flex and all those, have foreign transaction fees. So it's really cool that the SavorOne and all Capitalone miles do not have a foreign transaction fee. Really cool. So then the third part is the QuickSilver, the Capitalone QuickSilver, the regular version, no annual fee, $200 sign-up bonus, again, for only spending $500. And the great part about this card is you get 1.5% or 1.5x once you have a venture card, right? Which in this case would be the VentureOne. It's 1.5x on everything, anything. Right? No foreign transaction fees. Awesome. It's great to take on the road with you. These cards are great for when you're at home. They're all Visa signature cards or World Elite MasterCards. Really great benefits for such a no annual fee and cards that actually earn. So that's really cool. Sorry about that, guys. Let me get this off, but so it's a really great card. It also does get 5% on the travel portal. All of these do when you book hotels or rental cars through Capitalone Travel. Okay, so that's the other part, that all of these cards actually get that, right? These cards are great again for those people that just refuse to pay an annual fee. All right. I think they're awesome. If the VentureX didn't come out, this is really, if it was just a regular Venture card at $95 annual fee, which you really can't get back, there's no way to get it back, I would say this trifecta would be number one. But they did come out with the VentureX card. So the people that are actually big into the travel rewards game are willing to pay annual fees if it makes sense. Then the trifecta we talked about is probably a not as needed as this would be, because this would make that obsolete and just be two cards. The VentureX gets 2x on everything, and it also unlocks the Capitalone miles. So it takes the place of the VentureOne. It also takes place of the QuickSilver. You don't need any of those. And the combo it with the SavorOne card, and you get a $395 annual fee that gets $400 in credits every single year after the first year. So when it comes up for renewal, you'll be able to justify this right away with $400 in credits. Awesome card. It's a Visa Infinite card with first-rate benefits for travel protections, collision damage waiver, and it's primary So it goes before your insurance on your regular insurance if you get into an accident and stuff. Keep in mind, it only covers the vehicle. It doesn't cover liabilities and any kind of medical damages in the car. It only covers the vehicle on a rental car, okay? That's with anything, including, you know, Chases and American Expresses and all the credit cards. They never cover that. I just want to make sure that's, because a lot of people just say you have insurance. It's not the case. It's just the car. It's a collision damage waiver, okay? But anyway, it is a really great benefit for when you rent the car. And having a primary is awesome. And it really makes a difference, especially when you're in the United States. When you're overseas, your regular home insurance doesn't cover, so that's even more important. Oh, actually, it's a little less important, because any of those secondary cards, like even the SavorOne, would cover because a Visa Signature card would cover with their secondary rental car coverage, would still cover it. So anyway, so the VentureX gets 2x on all purchases, okay? Really amazing. If think about this, all right, so you know, you Chase people, and your American Express people, right? And they kind of downplay this 2x, but guess what? If your Chase Sapphire Reserve got 2x, you'd be dancing and praising this card, and you'd be like, wow, that's amazing on every single purchase, right? If your Platinum card got 2x, that's what everyone wants, but it doesn't have it. And this is like basically the equal card, but they actually do get 2x on every purchase. It's a Visa card. It's accepted pretty much everywhere that you're ever gonna shop. Really just an amazing card. And then when you couple it with the SavorOne, we already talked about it, but 3x on groceries, 3x dining out, and that becomes Venture Miles at a no annual fee edition. So the combination of these two cards, I mean, you're getting so much. You're getting for a negative $5 effective annual fee, okay? None of the cards have this out there. You know, American Express is just, you spend thousands of dollars trying to get these type of rewards. Even with Chase, you spend a lot of money, and you can't even really get the grocery part, not when you're actually in a grocery store, right? The Chase Sapphire Preferred does have 3x on grocery delivery, but there's no permanent category, right? You have at least, on a Trifecta with Capitalone, you have to at least spend $95 annual fee. At least if you're getting like the Venture, not the VentureX, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, then you're talking a lot more, even, you know, $550 annual fee minimum if you're going that route. There's a couple different versions of the Chase Trifecta, right? But yeah, so this is, you know, like an update on those two. Oh, by the way, with the VentureX, you also, if you go through the travel portal, you get 10x on hotels and rental cars, and then you get 5x booking flights, okay? Really amazing. But the 2x is the main part, and the SavorOne is really the 3x, and the on the dining, groceries, and entertainment, right? That's a comment that you're going to be using. It's an awesome combination. Here's the thing about Capitalone miles. They've come so far. I think at this moment, talking about Capitalone, we're talking about Citi thank you points. We're talking about American Express membership rewards points, and we're talking about Chase Ultimate Rewards points. Even. That's what I'm telling you. It's even. Right now, you can get just as much out of the Capitalone or the Citi or Ultimate Rewards from Chase or American Express. I really just think they're all on par right now. That's my opinion. Here's one thing that's awesome also about Capitalone. They have so many transfer bonuses. They have just as many transfer bonuses constantly going on as American Express, and probably about the same as American Express, which is really, really good. You know, you're talking life miles consistently having transfer bonus with Capitalone. You're talking about right now British has a transfer bonus from Capitalone. I've seen quite often the other ones like Air France and KLM's, the Flying Blue program have a transfer bonus. I've seen transfer bonus on almost all of their transfer partners. Right now, Accor Hotel has a transfer bonus, but they have bonuses all the time, which I think makes their points even more valuable. These points for with Capitalone, where you can earn on both the no-fee Trifecta that we talked about, or the Bifecta with Capitalone, you know, you both just super earning cards. You can use them anywhere, and they earn these great rewards. And you know, since I've gotten the VentureX and gotten into the Capitalone, the new Capitalone program, man, I've used them and really have gotten a ton of value. Yeah, guys, I can't say enough about it. The links will be down below for all of these cards. So the SavorOne, the QuickSilver, the SavorOne, QuickSilver, the VentureX, the VentureOne. I have them all. I have all of them. I actually have them all. Now, I really only use these cards because the other ones are kind of obsolete. The only reason I have those other cards is because I got venture cards before that. These two I actually signed up for, but the QuickSilver and the VentureOne, I signed up for venture cards back in the day, and I didn't want to pay the annual fee after the first year, so I downgraded them. One I actually downgraded this year from the venture down to the VentureOne because I don't need it because I have a VentureX, right? So that is the reason why I have the Trifecta. It's kind of just a lame duck sitting over there besides my SavorOne that goes with my VentureX. But man, it's a good path for a lot of people, especially those people that don't do annual fees. For those people with annual fees, it's usually just cash back. It's the only option you really have. The fact that you have absolutely no annual fees and get transferable miles that are really, really quality is amazing. I can't say enough about the Capitalone Trifecta or Bifecta. All right, so that's the video, guys. I know it was a little bit of a long one. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so every time I do come out the video, you'll be the first to know. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.